Are you ready for the second trial, Madeline?
I suppose so. More puzzles?
In a manner of speaking.
Hey! Oh, for heaven's sake, enough theater!
As scientists, we know our work is valuable, but the rest of the world sometimes disagrees. And outside the laboratory, truth is not always black and white. Your task is to discover which two dinner guests murdered this scientist.
Wow. A scientist stabbed in the back by someone unknown. Subtle.
We found that candidates who empathize with the victim are more highly motivated to solve the mystery.
Wait, so this was made just for me?
Only this configuration. The solution changes with each trial. Now, many of the guests you are about to encounter have questionable morals. But only the culprits have lied to the others and have a clear motive. You must discover who it was by examining the evidence laid around the room. To begin, remove the two murder weapons from the scientist's back. When you believe you've identified one of the killers, place a dagger in their back. Take as long as you want, Madeline, but you must begin investigating. You have to...
Yes, I get it. Listen to each guest, go through their stuff, catch them in a lie. I suppose these are their statements.
He was like a kid brother to me. A good man who stood by his principles. I sponsored and supported him. But when the truth came out, well, I can't do good work if I'm not in office. And my constituents made themselves very clear.
Yeah, I saw him on TV, but whatever. I say leave science to the eggheads and leave real work to people like me. I know how the world works just fine already, thanks.
Of course I was upset. Who wouldn't be? But I know science is vital. As I tell my students, what matters is how hard you try, not whether or not you succeed. And he did try very hard. I don't blame him.
Trouble with scientists is they're boring. The only time there's a story is when something gets huge, or goes badly wrong. And we all know which direction he went in.
Hey, it's geniuses like him that keep guys like me safe. He's got the brains, I've got the brawn. And together we can save lives, most of the time anyway.
I didn't know him well, but I sympathize. We all make honest mistakes. But when research like his works, it can improve patients' lives significantly. Of course, his reputation also reflects on my colleagues and I. But still.
I didn't even know that guy or anyone else here. I have no idea why I was even invited. Maybe he needed a place to lay low after what happened.
Oh, I was never any good with computers. Wow, no love lost between these two. Looks like his grand plans for a complex were rejected. Cost him a small fortune. Four bottles of heart medication in here.
I didn't know him well, but I sympathize. We all make honest mistakes. But when research like his works, it can improve patients' lives significantly. Of course, his reputation also reflects on my colleagues and I. But still.
So the teacher's daughter died, and officially they called it natural causes. But the journalist doesn't sound convinced. Cared for me, you have to help. My daughter is dead, but I'm the one they're threatening to sue. Please, for old time's sake, you... Rescued from an office trash can fire. Okay. Photos of the politician, the daggers, and the murder scene.
Don't be ridiculous. I have a weak heart. I can't even jog for a cab, never mind kill somebody.
The exit will only open when you have accused 2 suspects.
Starting to think I should have stuck to my original plan. Teaching seems pretty attractive right now. Her daughter, I assume. Silver cross necklace. So who does this belong to?
She confided in me that she intends to go public. I reminded her she signed an NDA months ago. But what am I gonna do? Sue a grieving mother?
The teacher's daughter was in an experimental trial he conducted. These results don't look promising.
Of course I was upset. Who wouldn't be? But I know science is vital. As I tell my students, what matters is how hard you try, not whether or not you succeed. And he did try very hard. I don't blame him.
So the teacher's daughter died, and officially they called it natural causes. But the journalist doesn't sound convinced. Cared for me, you have to help. My daughter is dead, but I'm the one they're threatening to sue. Please, for old time's sake, you... Kisses. Interesting.
She confided in me that she intends to go public. I reminded her she signed an NDA months ago. But what am I gonna do? Sue a grieving mother?
Very good, that's 1. You can always take it out and change your mind. 2 suspects. If you're confident, approach the exit to see if you're right. Or you can still change your mind. Sorry, Madeline. That's not the right solution. Remember, you're looking for people who lied to the others and have a clear motive.
Think, Maddie. This story doesn't add up.
Only one of your accusations was wrong. You're on the right track.
Emails, belongings, statements. I must be missing a gap in someone's story.
Only one of your accusations was wrong. You're on the right track.
And about bloody time.
Your performance has been noted. Now, proceed to the waiting room.
So what was the point of all this? It was just a game?
Nothing is just a game, Madeline. In fact, this is the kind of prejudice and persecution scientists face every day. You know that better than anyone.
Subtlety really isn't your strong point, is it?
Rest now. Your next trial will begin soon.
Like I've got time for this. Well, let's get it over with. Damn it, it's been a whole month since the accident. How hard can it be? No way through here. The old pillar trial room. The look on Anton's face when I set this up for him. There's a lever somewhere around here. Makes this thing move. Damn it, am I out of range of a server or something? Maybe I should grab a portable drive from tech support while I'm here and archive the spin feather data. Not like Dr. Stone's going anywhere. So they turned this place into a trial observation room, huh? Better than leaving it to rot, I guess. The elevator's up this corridor.
I'm way too busy to go to the trial party. What's your excuse?
Are you kidding? My own trial's
Don't want to
just
get
about
stuck in
traumatizing.
conversation unless I have to.
Secret lab. They can't just let people walk in.
I don't know. Sometimes I have to.
Look, it's one and
Yeah, must be a server connection. Definitely worth getting the data off this headset. Wrong way.
How long does it take to pick up a phone?
There's Nakamura. Perfect.
Oh, hi, Cal. Thought you'd be at the trial party. I wanted you to test the memo headset there.
I know, sorry. Work, right? You know how it is.
Sure, I do.
Oh, so yeah, it was the memo I wanted to ask about, kind of. I need a portable drive to download the headset data.
Okay, well, put in the usual request and I'll assign one tomorrow.
I need it today. Now, in fact.
And you know I can't do that. Security would have my ass.
Come on, you've got 100 other things in there.
And they're all properly assigned, so nobody can remove them from the facility. Look, Cal, I'm sorry things didn't work out, but you can't expect me. I've gotta go. I've been waiting on this call since before lunch. Submit a request. I'll get you a drive first thing.
Shit. Okay, Cal, think. What's plan B?
No,
Get Jen out of her office. How do we do that? No idea. But there's gotta be something around here.
I can't isolate the faulty strings. Put the wrong boards in and who knows what he could do. I just pray Adam's little episode didn't corrupt half our data.
Trial Control 5C. With good doctors, trial can wait till I've got that portable drive. Can't call Chavez yet. Not before I get this data on a portable drive. Not bad, Dr. Stone, but could do better. I reckon I won't need those. I didn't sit in on this one. Maybe I should check out what they have in store for Dr. Stone.
No, change here. I hate to say it, but could this be a physical issue? There's something up with the racks, maybe? Well, shit, I'm not quite.
Potassium chlorate. Reminds me of an old experiment. Potassium chlorate. Reminds me of an old experiment. Let's see what's on here. Damn straight, Anton, you tell her. Yeah, I bet Tanner's fire experiment would put excessive strain on the aircon. Just need to figure out the best place to replicate it. Chavez through there, working on the 4th trial. Don't want to disturb her. Someone tidied the rec room. That makes a change. Doesn't anybody log off anymore? This place. Takes sugar just to make the coffee drinkable. With coffee this bitter, no wonder everyone takes sugar. Sweet, sweet sugar. I still need to get potassium chlorate. And sulfuric acid. Salima's lab. She's completely focused on her multi-spectrum antiseptic project. Not what I need. Her work's really coming along. No wonder she's hiding from Big Pharma in here. Sulfuric acid. Well, that'll do nicely. I still need to get potassium chlorate. Nothing I can use for Tanner's experiment. None of the chemicals I'm looking for. Nothing I need. Darn it. No potassium chlorate or sulfuric acid. When I get out of here, maybe I'll finally write my book. Don't need that.
Salima, this is Dr. Chavez. I need to know if your antiseptics are at human testing stage yet. My team is suffering daily claw and beak attacks, so they'd be perfect subjects. Call me. Extension 174.
And that, Chavez, is what they call irony. Oh, Maria, are you cheating on me? Don't see any potassium chlorate.
A-class antiseptic trials, day 47. Promising results, and I believe I am close to a breakthrough. If Tana hadn't interrupted me this morning with her silly combustion antics, I might have already finished.
None of the chemicals I need for Tanner's experiment. That's a lot of money. I guess if you're rich enough, you figure you can buy extra life, no matter how unethical the treatment. The director hasn't made a decision yet. You know, this might be a good place to do Tanner's experiment. We'll just make sure. You know, this might be a good place to do Tanner's experiment. We'll just make sure. Nothing useful. Keep looking, Cal. Nothing I need. Darn it. even down here, there's always a bigger nerd. Perfect. I can create Tanner's fireball in here. Decontam. Smell those chemicals. Nakamura is in there. I need to get her out somehow so I can grab a drive. Wrong way.
Candidate 0961 Patel, activity log 305. 961 has restarted for the third time. She clearly comprehends the nature of this task, but is taking a measured approach. This fits with the behavior exhibited thus far in other trials.
Yeah, I remember watching her. She is pretty good. Candidate 0963, Ruiz, activity log 302. Really warm into this kid. He doesn't rush into things. So far, he's spent 15 minutes just thinking about his strategy. Definitely rooting for him. Oh man, Anton's trial. Feels like years ago. Outbreak. I like this one. I should get this memo data backed up before I start the trial. A file on Dr. Stone. Don't see any potassium chlorate. Not what I need. I'll take the potassium chlorate, thanks. All right, time to turn up the heat. That's the sugar. And that's the potassium chlorate. So that's the sugar and the potassium chlorate, and the acid goes on the mat. All right, Maria, let's make some fire. Time to let Maria do her thing. Here we go. Yep, that's burning all right. There goes the aircon. Slow down, Cal. Wait until the coast.
Attention. System malfunction. The air conditioning system has suffered overload and ceased operation. Would Jen Nakamura please report to General Maintenance to assist with repairs? Thank you.
For God's sake, again?
And there goes Nakamura. Okay, with Jen gone, I can get a drive from her office and back up the headset. Sorry, Jen, but I really need that portable hard drive. Now, where does Jen keep the portable drives? If I can find a portable drive, I can initiate data transfer from here. First, I need a drive to attach to this to transfer the data. All right, headset connected. Now to find a drive. Gotcha. Sorry, Jen, I can't let you properly assign this one. It's got a date with the CDC.
Hey, Jen, it's Anton. Look, it's none of my business, but I wish you and Cal would patch things up. He's been real down for a while now, and he won't say it, but I know it's because you broke up. Maybe if you could do him a favor now and again, he might lighten up. Just saying.
Nice try, buddy, but no cigar. She's definitely still pissed at me. And now, start the data transfer. Let's see. Okay, this could take a while. Come on, come on. Who, me? Just making a backup. No, of course I'm not taking it outside. That'd be against every rule we have. Alright, run the trial, requisition transport, and a one-way ticket to the CDC. Okay, back to the control room and then call Chavez.
Dr. Chavez.
It's Cal. Sorry, I'm a little late. Maintenance are blocking off corridors everywhere. Had to go all the way through experimental physics.
Why didn't you cut through the old pillar trial room? It only adds a couple of minutes.
Oh, really? Well, live and learn. Anyway, I'm here now.
Yes, I can see you. The outbreak session is all prepared. The parameters are identical to when you ran it for Dr. Ruiz. You shouldn't have any trouble. She's waiting for you to summon her through. Please call me when it's done.
Will do. See you later. I should get this trial started. Dr. Stone, my apologies for the delay. Your next trial awaits. Dr. Stone, my apologies for the delay. Your next trial awaits.
Are you coming down with a cold, Dr. Chavez? You sound rather hoarse.
Very droll. My colleague is busy preparing something special for you, so I'm gonna conduct this one. You can call me Cal.
You're not a doctor?
We're all doctors here, Madeline. Starts to lose its meaning after a while.
Tell me more about that. What's it like working here?
Like nothing you can imagine. Vast resources, almost complete autonomy, zero regulatory oversight, and all alongside the world's best and brightest mavericks.
That sounds like rather a double-edged sword. What happens if one of you goes rogue?
Everyone must answer that in their own way. We're all on the same path, Madeline, just standing at different points. Now, shall we begin?
Well, I am going to need a new stereo in the apartment after I finish unpacking. Good lord, is the chasm really necessary? Was solid ground too expensive?
On the contrary, this facility is literally carved into subterranean rock and costs billions. But we do enjoy a little theater now and again. Please, take your position at the center. As you know, due to excessive application of antibiotics in both healthcare and agriculture, treatment-resistant bacteria are increasingly common. In this scenario, one such pathogen has become a global pandemic, causing sickness and death. Luckily, a new treatment has been discovered, and you are in charge of the team using it to contain the outbreak. You must allocate annual assignments to your staff over a period of 5 years. You can either send them to affected regions to reduce the number of infections, or they can conduct research, increasing your ability to reduce infection rates. You can change your mind as often as you like until you pull the action lever. When you do, your choices will be calculated, and the map will update to show the results for that year. Your goal is to keep the death rate below acceptable losses in each region. Failure will end the simulation, and you will have to retry. When you're ready to begin, pull the action lever.
This will send already trained staff to the affected region.
You haven't started yet, Dr. Stone. Pull the lever first.
So this will help my staff reduce the infection rate when I send them to affected regions. Thank goodness, an undo button. So if I want to change my mind, I do it here.
You're out of staff. Use the subtract button to deallocate people so you can move them around. In the past year, infection has risen in North America by roughly 20%, in South America by roughly 15%, in Europe by around 15%, in Africa by roughly 15%, in Northern Asia by about 15%, in Southern Asia by roughly 20%, and in Oceania by around 10%. The region with the highest rising infection last year was Oceania, which increased by roughly 40%, and the region with the lowest rising infection was Northern Asia, which increased by under 5%. The region with the highest rising infection last year was North America, which increased by roughly 35%, and the region with the lowest rising infection was Africa, which increased by roughly 10%. Not bad, Dr. Stone. Losses went over acceptable limits, but not until your 4th year on the job. So pull the action lever to reset and see if you can improve on that. last time. Just pull the lever again to have one more attempt.
Is this part of the trial?
Certainly not. Hang on. There seems to be a failure down in power routing. We're not going anywhere for a while.
What? I can't even go back to that nice, comfy prison cell?
Nope, the doors are on auto lock. Frankly, I'm surprised this tannoy's even still working.
For a place that costs billions of dollars, you don't...
Madeline, listen to me. I just realized the monitors are down too. Right now, nobody else can hear us.
Okay.
What you said earlier about going rogue, that's happening right now. But not in the way you did. It's true your mother consented to the treatment you carried out, right?
Of course she did. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Look, everyone here knows you got a raw deal. But not everyone asks before they start running experiments.
That's outrageous. And what do you propose to do about it?
Put it this way, if all goes to plan, then by the time you join the assembly, I'll already be gone. The situation will be under control, but you and I will never meet again.
Hang on. Is this another trial? Are you testing me for, I don't know, loyalty or something?
You and I aren't so different, Madeline. I know what it's like to lose yourself after a failure. What it's like to realize you've unwittingly killed when you thought you were doing good. And to lose the ones you love because they can't face what you've become.
So what advice do you have for me? Should I even take this position?
Only you can decide that. But I think... Okay, Madeline, can you hear me now? Is the tannoy working again?
Yes, Cal. Yes, I can hear you now.
Then let's resume. Pull the action lever and try again. You're not done yet. Pull the lever to reset the simulation. As long as last time. Sorry, Madeline.
And I'm beginning to suspect the next time won't be any better either. This is an unwinnable scenario. There just aren't enough resources to beat this thing.
Exactly. And it only took you 3 attempts to figure it out. That's pretty good. This exercise simulates the speed of infection vectors, following global saturation of antibiotic immunity. It demonstrates the impossibility of effective treatment, while medical advances are slowed and hampered by current legal and ethical boundaries. Simply put, the Assembly has the resources and the will to operate beyond those boundaries.
Meaning what? That you're happy to administer untested treatments?
More that we're willing to conduct those tests with less red tape than usual. And you know about that, Madeline. The only question is, how far will you go to succeed?
There's no straight answer to that. It always depends.
Yes, it does. And you may even find your answer changes over time. You can leave now, Madeline. Dr. Chavez will be back shortly.
see you around, Cal.
Never can tell.
No, you certainly can't. Just what am I letting myself in for here?
All right, time to get out.
Caleb, this is Dr. Chavez. I'll take it from here, thank you.
She did good, but you expected that, didn't you?
Dr. Stone could be an invaluable addition to our work. The only question mark surrounds her temperament.
Yeah, she seems a good kid. I'd hate to see her tossed in the truck with her memory wiped and a one-way ticket back to New York.
That's the price of failure. See you later, Caleb.
Not if I can help it. Time to requisition that transport and hightail it to the CDC. Wait, I need to make a transport request before I go. No idea what Gerard's number is. I should email him. Must be the only guy in the whole damn place who sleeps through trials. Sorry, buddy, but this is an emergency, all right. No idea what Gerard's number is. I should go see him. Sorry, Gerard, but this can't wait. Hope Chopper's lab keeps you busy, boys. Busy for a long time to come. Here I come, Gerard. Try not to be too mad. Now, where the hell is room 3D? What the hell happened here?
So what happened?
What?
Hey, Gerard, it's Dr. Pearson. I need to requisition a transport for tonight.
What the hell for?
To get into town.